From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The name's Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I don't know why, but you are.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are talking about 2018's Bumblebee movie, continuing with our Transformers series. Joining me and playing the role of co-host this evening, who for the most part has been playing co-host a lot these last couple of weeks, is the one, the only, the comic book guru, Rob. Hi, Rob.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Maybe a little bit more hungry because someone decided to scroll Facebook's food pages for the past 30 minutes with me. Hey, Rob, here's this. Stop.
Sorry. Not sorry. So, Rob, I do gotta throw this out there, and I'm very excited for you to start publishing again. But you've started writing again.
Start writing again, ish.
Ish is good, though. Ish is very good. It means the creative, juices in your head are flowing, and the way you were telling me how you're doing stuff, you don't have to spoil it for people. They can enjoy it when you're ready to share it. Is so interesting. I can't wait for you to start publishing on the web page, wherever you plan on putting your stuff out there when it's good and ready for people to read. But I want to say, and I know I've said this behind closed doors or in a car bringing you home, I'm proud of you. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's not easy to write. I've been suffering from writer's block for the past year and a half, basically. But I've managed to start writing again. It's fan fiction, so all the time you hear me talking about, oh hey, here's my OC. Yeah, that's what I do, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Original content?
Original character. Do not steal.
Oh.
That is it.
Rob, now that we talk about you doing stuff, but something I mentioned before we get into Bumblebee is I have a game coming out tonight, MLB The Show 25, and I mentioned midnight releases. I miss them so much. I miss going to places, hanging out with people, like-minded people that want to play this game. I don't like GameStop. I'll say that right now. I'm not a fan of GameStop, but I felt like for the most part they did midnight releases awesome, especially for Call of Duties or these really big games where they would have tournaments, and the winner of the tournament would get the game for free. Back in Black Ops 2 when I was living in Derby, did win. That was fun. But being 2025, I'm 30. I'll be 32 this year. It stinks that people nowadays don't get to experience the waiting for games to come out, like at a store, like getting it, running outside. I got it. Gets in the car, rushes home, plugs it in, and plays it. It really does stink, Robin. Before we go through the show, what are your thoughts on everything basically turning into digital media now?
Well, my midnight release story was, oh God, I forget when it came out, but it was the Ghostbusters, the movie, the video game.
Oh, when it's all the characters, like actually The
It is
Dan
effectively the
Aykroyd.
Ghost.
It's what was supposed to
It's
be
all of them.
Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah, and
It's a great
while I
story.
was while I was there for the midnight release, I'd showed up 2 hours early, and they had a mini movie theater set up
Oh, that's
effectively,
awesome.
and we were just watching the two Ghostbuster movies back to back. And I got the T-shirt too, and it's so warded and uh well worn now that it's basically just moth holes now. But we were all singing the every song to Ghostbusters as we were leaving. And oh my god, was it so much fun. And I think that's one of the big things we lack nowadays is a sense of community at the stores we go to, because the stores are basically ghost towns that are effectively just warehouses for things to get shipped to other places.
Or it's a quick place
And
to go get a controller or stuff like, on that nature.
yeah, still got that NES blaster I gave you.
Yes, it's upstairs. Actually, it's not. I lied. It's at my grandfather's house because he has an NES, and I think I sent you the picture of us playing it one night.
Yeah, I found that in a GameStop discount bin for $1.25.
Never thought that would have come in handy when we found the NES. That was
It was
wild.
just it was just in the back of your truck the entire time.
Yeah, because I left it in one of my bins. Because you never know when somebody's going to have Duck Hunt.
You never know.
And guess what? I knew we had Duck Hunt. We were just missing the gun. And holy shit, AJ's got a gun in his truck. Well, the Nintendo gun.
AJ's got a gun.
Get him! I also didn't know that playing that game while you shoot, the guy with the controller controls the birds.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
a
know
fun
that.
little game mode.
I had no clue that was a thing. But
My brother got me with that on one time.
now, Rob,
One time.
Bumblebee, now that we're transitioning into Bumblebee, you watched it for the first time on Saturday. Did you have a chance to rewatch it before tonight's show?
No, but I feel like I didn't really need to.
I could see that because it's not like you weren't watching it. You guys were playing D&D, and when you weren't playing D&D, you were watching the TV.
Yeah.
Directed by Travis Knight. It's got Haley Steinfeld, John Cena. Couldn't see him at all. George Lindenborg, John Ortiz, Jason Drucker, and Pamela Alden. Came out December 21st, 2018. Had a budget of right around 115 million and brought home 468 million worldwide. So financially, a success. I'm gonna start off with this is my favorite live action Transformers movie so far, it being the first one. I don't think, with how everybody's telling me, I don't think the others are going to touch it because while I've heard some of them are okay, I've also heard most of them are crap. We'll wait and see. We start that in a little bit next week. Actually, I think we're doing Transformers, the first Shia LaBeouf one. So
With Sam Witwicky.
I'm kind of excited for that, but this was fantastic. This had I felt a very well-rounded story where it's a girl wants a car, happens to stumble across what is Bumblebee, and they become friends. He can't talk for shit unless he does figure out how to talk through the radio. But he realizes that people are coming after him, and he was told to protect Earth. It's exactly what he does, whether it's fighting the Decepticons or the U.S. military. Excuse me, the U.S. military. I still think, like I said before, it's a very well-rounded story. I wasn't bored at all, and for the most part, everybody plays a good job. I did find the stepfather, very annoying, but I think he was meant to be a little cringe. The brother, having a little brother, you understand. Hunt.
Don't understand. Completely don't understand. I am the little brother,
Uh,
so I emphasize with the little shit.
but at least he called him the little shit.
Oh, I know what I am.
Jesus. Um, but Rob, for what you remember from Saturday, what are your thoughts on the movie?
You can kind of guess in my little name here, but hashtag not my Herbie. This felt like a Herbie movie, and that is a derogatory.
You don't mean that in a good way?
I do not mean that in a good way. This felt like a more violent Herbie movie.
Wow.
Uh Now a lot of people have this problem with the live action movies that they do too much with the humans. I don't think that most of the time. Here I think they did a little too much with the humans.
Okay.
Now, in regular Transformers, humans appear a lot and they do a lot. It's not always robot action fighting time all the time. Uh, but a little bit too much focus on the home life. Uh, I would have liked to have at least a little bit more of the government stuff if they were going to focus more on the humans. But I understand why they didn't. They didn't really have the because of what happens in the next movie. They don't really have the wiggle room to do more stuff. And
Yeah.
this is a prequel. Um, Coming into this as someone who's watched the other movies, this one felt a little unnecessary. Uh, it was by no means unenjoyable, but I wouldn't call it entertaining.
See, I'm the complete opposite, Rob. I I really thought, like, granted, Bumblebee's in the other movies. That's already, he's in the wallpapers, he's in the promotions, he's there. Um, but at certain points, I felt the stakes, not just for Bumblebee, because he's in the next movie. I thought Haley Steinfeld's character, Charlie's gonna get messed up. We don't see her in any of the other movies. Granted, they're years in
Oh,
the future.
spoilers. They are not afraid to kill the human characters.
But that's what I'm saying. You
Just
get,
putting that out there. If you see someone, do not assume they're going to survive.
but you get attached to Charlie a little bit, attached to Memo, and you kind of root for them with Bumblebee. And there were certain points where, oh, they gonna die, and I understand your points of it not being necessary, because why was this movie made outside of it's gonna give us a crud ton of money? I did find it a little entertaining, to the point where I'll watch it again. I'm not afraid to say it, as something just flew into my eye. Um, I don't know. Bumblebee has always been probably my favorite character, so I have a little bit of an affinity to that. I see Camaros all over the place, and they'll have the little Autobots
Yeah.
logo
The
right
the
behind
the
the tires. I've also played a video game called Forza Motorsports that you get a Camaro, and the first thing you do is look for a livery that has the Autobots logo on
yeah.
it. Um, but what were your thoughts of how they brought chaos to the Earth with the two Decepticons? Um,
I
how'd you like
did like
that?
the I did like the two Decepticons effectively manipulating everyone around them.
Yeah.
Uh, I love John Cena's character, uh, just being so paranoid about the wrong things.
Well, he's so by the book
He
that
has to be, but I get it.
so what is it? Starstream and Soundwave?
Yes.
I had
Wait,
no
was
clue humans went pop like that.
it? Oh yeah, the water gun
Yeah.
in
They just
which they
went
turn someone into water.
yeah,
I
definitely kind
I
of gross.
love that gun.
But what were you gonna say? Because I have it here that it's Shockwave and Starstream. Scream.
That was that Starscream?
That's what
That
it's
shouldn't have been
saying.
Starscream.
Decepticon forces led by Starscream
Le-
and
led
Shockwave.
Yeah, led by them. Shockwave was the monoid guy, and Starscream was someone else, but they weren't the two that were on the planet. Those were the agents they had sent.
Shatter and Dropkick.
Shatter and Dropkick, that's the two.
Okay.
I have a hard time remembering their names. I can remember everyone else's. Uh,
They
but
absolutely kill Cliffjumper.
oh, poor Cliff Jumper, my sweet. He didn't deserve to die like that.
Well, he did.
Which is which is something I'm going to be saying a lot throughout these movies is,
Oh no,
oh my god, he did not deserve to die like that. Almost every single time.
that has me nervous.
But I will say this, it is better than the death they would have gotten in the animated series.
Well, that's good. I mean, I don't see. I'm afraid with how you're saying that because I'm literally thinking that they're not gonna kill like Bumblebee or Optimus Prime.
They killed them in the show.
Isn't but isn't it based around them?
Yeah.
But they always come back.
Don't think Bumblebee did.
I'm sad. I'm sad.
Hey, there's still a chance. I haven't watched, I think, the last two movies. This was one of them.
I'm
Eh,
kind of excited to watch the first as much as I don't like Shia LaBeouf, the first Shia LaBeouf one.
I actually like Sam better than I do Charlie, if that puts you in any better mood. I think Sam Witwicky, Shia LaBeouf's character, is portrayed better than Charlie
Okay.
because Sam is effectively a kid thrown into an absurdist situation, full auto, like no brakes. Like Charlie got some paddle time here. Sam gets nothing and he rolls with it as much as he can.
Well, that does make me kind of excited for it, just for the fact of I really liked Charlie's character. So, if we go by the math at hand, I should really like Shia LaBeouf's character.
And if you don't worry. I think it's like two movies and then he's out.
Oh, well, there you go. Why?
And then you have
Who
Mark
else do they?
Wahlberg.
I do like Ted. I mean, Mark Wahlberg. There's so much porn. Clockwise rim job, counterclockwise rim job. What is going on? Well, sometimes you want to watch the tongue go around the other way.
You gotta vary it up. Okay, remember this is a kid's show.
No, it's not. I click 18 and up.
Oh yeah. Huh. I think we
I,
had this conversation before.
I do try to limit the swearing though. Hence why we didn't swear. We just said weird words that talk to your parents. That's not where I thought that was going. Rob just swerved all of us.
Gave a little thumbs up, intimidating that I was going to give him the middle finger.
Intimidation. Oh yeah. All right.
Liberty.
All right, Rob. Well, since it's only the two of us, are there any other specific points you would like to hit before we close up shop here tonight?
Um, I would say that the initial animation of basically the end of the war on Cybertron was
Hmm.
pretty good. Because you got basically the origin story, and now you got basically the idea of how it sort of ended,
Okay.
and what Cybertron looked like at the end of it, and it looked messed up.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to go blow up, just like Krypton.
I mean, not far off.
Oh, really?
Um,
Does it?
no, ish, kinda. It's weird.
Okay.
There's a bridge made of things, and
If there's spoilers, don't tell me.
no, it's not spoilers. I don't know what the fuck happened in that movie.
That's not good either.
I had to look up the lore to that one movie to figure out what happened.
Well, depending on what happens tonight, because I might be going playing Helldivers in a little bit. If I'm not, I'm throwing the first Transformers movie on and getting a start on that because, as you guys know,
Do, do,
I end up
do.
rewatching everything a couple times. I'm psychotic.
I will
But
say that the first movie I think is my favorite out of these
oh,
Transformer movies.
that's good.
Uh, However, I think one has displaced it. And you have no idea how great my disappointment is that one did not perform as well as this movie.
Why? How much did one? How good was one?
I don't think they did not market Transformers 1 all that well, I don't think.
Oh, all right. Well, everybody,
Well, I
make.
mean the animated movie we had watched.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, derp. Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
market it for crap. Um, Rob, anything else you would like to add? Anything separately you would like to add?
Um, not not holy crap. I just looked up the numbers for the movie we're about to watch.
Oh dear.
5 billion.
What? Like with a
I think that's
B?
a with a B. I think that's adjusted for today's money. But yeah.
Let's see. I have a budget of 170 million, and then box office because we look at box office. We don't look at everything that it made. Is 700? Holy shit, 709 million.
Okay, so I must be getting some other number here.
The number you're probably getting is box office, home releases, buys.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, that's probably it. Because I'm looking at their Wikipedia page and it says 5.29 billion. No, I think this is adjusted. Yeah, that
you
number is definitely
you're
adjusted.
looking at the 2007 Transformers movie
Yes.
on the
Or
right-handed at the right-handed side.
oh, I'm looking at the series itself and as a whole. That would be my mistake. Okay, yeah, 709 million. So it's almost a billion.
Anything else you want?
Fagul.
This is why we can't have nice things. Rob, anything else you want to cover before we send the people home happy?
Um, no, I don't think I got anything else here.
I'm excited to watch '07 now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. Tyrese Gibson. Hey, holy, Josh Duhamel. I know all these
There,
guys.
there are a surprising amount of people in this one.
Oh, hey, even
It's
John
like,
Voight. And then ugly Megan Fox, or this was pretty Megan Fox. She's ugly
yes,
now.
this is pretty Megan Fox. This is no longer shut up Megan Fox.
Shut up, Meg. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. We're going to go live Sunday for the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We're going to talk about round 2 of the Wrestling Themes March Madness. So it'll be right here on the channel. We'll see you guys there. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Rob.
Yep.